Hello, and welcome to the 14th episode of the I Learn Lounge Alumni After Hours with your host, Pedro Peguero, and this month's guest.
Hi, this is Daniel Bastidas. Yo, how you doing, Pedro?
I'm doing good. It's a bit late, so I'm a bit
Yeah, me too.
It's a bit.
Me too.
It's a bit tired, but we keep on rocking and rolling. You got your soda
I got a drink at Burger King.
at Burger King. For those of you who may or may not know, a couple of guests have been fed as a result of coming onto my podcast. Jordan got a quarter pounder with cheese, medium fries, and a soda. Karen got the McRib, because the episode's called the McRib Surprise. Daniel, he just wanted a soda.
I wanted a soda.
He could have gotten a burger.
Nah, I'm good.
Just got a soda.
So please come on to the podcast.
Please.
If you give Pedro one session podcast recording, you will potentially be fed. So please.
Fed and loved.
And loved. Come on. Please be a better guest than I am.
Daniel, the podcast hasn't started yet. Come on.
I'm a very shy boy, Pedro.
But what have you been up to lately? I know school started back up for you, right?
Yeah, it's the Montclair semester began again. I go to Montclair State University.
Mm-hmm.
It started the day after my birthday, January 16th. Started that day, and it's been kind of slow because everything slowed down because of the snowstorm. So I haven't really been going. Pedro's smiling right now and licking the side of his mouth.
Continue. I have something. I have something. All right, I got some dust.
Yeah, and I've only been to like one of my classes so far. It's a critical approaches classes, it's fun. It's fun all around.
Now, yeah, this is your final semester, right, Daniel Petrovicidis?
Yes, this is my final semester at Montclair State University. Yeah.
Now, what do you major in?
I'm an English major.
What inspired you to be an English major?
Being a little pretentious.
We're honest here.
I like reading. I like analyzing stories. It was actually at the middle school, the Bergen Middle School,
Okay.
where my love for storytelling began. I had a really good English teacher for, I want to say, my 6th and 8th grade language arts class. He was a teacher by the name of Mr. Soltis, Michael Soltis. Shout out to him, wherever you are. I've been trying to look for him forever, but he's just off the grid.
What's his name?
Michael Soltis.
Michael Soltis, if you're listening to this.
If you're listening to this, buddy, please email me. Please, I miss you.
Do you have a favorite book?
Favorite book? For me, there's this mystery novel. It's pretty recent. I read it for one of my... No, not that. I read it for one of my English classes in high school, I think. It's a novel by the name of Shadow of the Wind.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of the author, but it's a mystery novel that takes place around the beginning of the Spanish Civil War.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's kind of like a history fiction piece. Where
Okay.
It revolves around the main character trying to find his book from his childhood.
Okay.
And it's a really interesting read. That's one of the novels that I've read that really gravitated towards me. Yeah.
All right then. Fiction, is that the realm of writing that you want to kind of go towards?
Yeah, I'm too much of a baby brain to read those big non-fiction books, man.
Got it. I mean, I got you one. The Communist Manifesto.
Yeah, you did. I'm looking at it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Communist Manifesto. It's only like
40 pages. 42? 30, 46?
he's remembered
I
the
remember
amount of pages.
the amount of pages.
He loves it so much.
Mm-hmm.
It is 40, 47, 48 pages.
48? Oh, missed it by
Technically.
10.
Yeah. If you want to be an annoying high school kid, for any high schoolers listening, please read this book, and I assure you, it will really come in for when you need a new personality by the time of sophomore year. Believe me. Shout out to the Communist Manifesto. Shout out Karl Marx and Frederick
Engels.
Engels.
Frederick Engels, yeah.
Frederick Engels.
Frederick Engels funded Karl Marx's research and stuff. Research, books, publication, lived in his apartment.
Yeah, I never really got into my communist phase in high school.
Got it. A lot of people go to their libertarian phase, though.
That's true.
Um,
That's true.
it's a bit different now than it was back then, but we won't get too much into that. So yeah, why? Yeah, so you said Baby Rain can't do nonfiction, can't do the research for it, right?
I mean, I do have a huge respect for nonfiction. Obviously, like fiction, it kind of embraces just a lot of different genres. There's a bunch of different things in nonfiction that it encompasses, whether it's more like studious books or like autobiographies, just a general huge variety of books. But I'm more of a fiction guy. Yeah, I like storytelling.
Okay. Pitch us an idea right now. We want to see. So because when you hit the
Jesus Christ.
the New York Times bestseller,
You're gonna put me on the
We-
spot here?
the New York Times bestseller, I want you plastered on the
Oh
I
my
Learn
God.
social media.
I can't pitch to you an idea right
Got
now.
it. We're not at that
can't.
part. We'll revisit you. We'll come
I'm
back.
too shy. I'm a
We'll
little
come
shy,
back.
baby.
We'll
Oh
come
my
back.
God.
We'll come back. We'll come back to you in 10 years.
10 years?
We'll come back.
I don't know if I'll be alive in 10 years.
Well, we'll see.
Be
All
safe,
right.
guys.
Going back a little bit, because I usually ask my guests this, so I'd like to ask you this. What is either a favorite moment or a teacher? I know you mentioned the middle school, but anything particular from the high school before we get into it?
I mean, again, I was kind of a quiet kid in high school, kind of shy. But,
Okay.
You know, I mean, there are definitely teachers whose classes I connected with. I really liked Mr. Gobelbecker.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever he would, I think I had a couple of English classes with him, maybe one or two. I think composition and then one of the other English classes for like sophomore year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He was definitely a highlight.
Yeah.
I enjoyed his classes. We read some good books in his class.
Mm-hmm.
We read Catcher in the Rye, which nobody liked.
No one liked Catcher in the Rye?
I don't think anybody liked that book.
Oh, yeah, I hate Catcher in the Rye. It's
Yeah,
like the
you-
worst book ever made. Yeah.
Pedro here hates Catcher.
I
in the
hate
Rye.
Catcher in the Rye. I hate Catcher in the Rye. What a useless main protagonist. What a useless book. What a useless.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to call it the teacher, but someone told me that they want to name their kid after that.
That's really sad.
That's really sad.
That's really sad.
I'm not going to say who, but someone told me that. And it's like, wow. Wow. Wow.
You know me, I'm a Beatles fan, so
Yeah.
you know I kind of have some beef with that book.
Mhm.
But it's well made, I guess. If you like books about annoying people,
If you
it's-
like books about
it's a really great
people
book.
who are economically privileged to such an extent that they could just randomly take a taxi and go get a hotel, you should you should get that book.
yeah,
Yeah. Without their parents knowing, and their parents like leave all the time, so he gets to do whatever he wants. And
Goebel Becker hated that book, which
I
I,
hate that
thought was
book.
funny
good,
because he still had to teach it.
good though. It's a
He was
horrible
like,
book.
I hate Holden, which a lot of people hate Holden.
It's he's not even well written. That's the thing. That's what gets me. I don't think he's like a well written character. It doesn't even get me that he's like annoying, economically privileged. All his problems are like useless. He is not a well written character.
I mean, I'll disagree with you on that, only because like he makes sense. If you really observe him, he makes sense. He's an annoying person, but he's an annoying person that makes sense. You see why he thinks all the things that he does.
There's an entire chapter where they talk about where did the birds go?
I remember
Where did
this.
Where did the birds go? It's like, I don't know. I think they freeze in the air. Or I think they like go in the water and then they freeze.
I think it just shows like his naivete.
Yeah, I whatever. And then other parts of the book I can't really talk about, but
Yeah.
he really likes his sister. He likes
Is that
the
book
youth.
banned now?
What?
Is that book banned now?
It should be. It's not, but it should be.
I'm not sure if
It
it's
killed a
banned or
man.
not. It
No.
did kill a man.
All the books that have been banned. There have been so many books that have been banned in the United States. God, I can't even name them. But there's been a lot because I know it's been a controversy in the news. But the fact that that book has not been banned gets me personally
You
upset.
think that book should be banned?
I think that book should be. If I ever go into politics, really, and I'm a senator, I'm going to pass a law to get specifically that book banned.
It's 1984 banned?
Yes, 1984 is banned in some states.
That's interesting.
Yeah, not in New Jersey.
Okay. 1984 was another book that I read with
Mouse
Mr. Goldbecker.
is banned.
Mouse?
Maus. It's like the analogy
Oh,
for the.
I read that book in
Well,
middle school. I probably shouldn't have, but I read it in middle school.
No, you should have. All right, you should have. You should read these books. They're important. They learn, and they inspire you. Look at now, you're a writer. Now you're gonna be a writer. Okay?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I do
we
love
should-
graphic novels.
We should keep these books accessible to the youth to be inspired by,
Yeah.
not to be shut down. But Killing Joke, that's a good one. I got Miss Snook into the Killing Joke. She recommended me Moss, and I gave her my copy of the Killing Joke. And I forgot if she told me personally what she thought of it, but I asked Miss Kinlock, and she's like, "Oh yeah, she loved it. She like came all the way down here to talk about it."
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine a person like her reading The Killing Joke. Snook was a cool teacher, though. Shout out Snook.
I called her Dictator Snook, and I wanted to, not even in a bad way, not even in a bullying way, I wanted to get her a gavel, and I want to make her own flag, but it all costs a bit too much money.
That's cute.
And then the gavel never arrived on time, so I couldn't give it to her.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Let me think. Another teacher that I liked in high school, or just really gravitated to. I mean, Nugent was a great history class teacher. I liked his classes a lot.
Shout out to Summers.
I never had Summers
Oh.
was for the smart kids.
Got it.
Summers was for the smart kids.
Got it. Got it. AP, got it.
Yeah, AP. I never really excelled that much, but you know, Nugent's classes were still fun.
Yeah.
He was a fun teacher, really nice guy, really funny guy, and he definitely made history a lot more exciting to me as a student, which I really appreciated.
Yeah.
And outside of that, I mean, I liked all the teachers that I learned for the most part.
Yeah. Moving on from Bergen.
Moving on from Bergen.
Moving on, as we all do eventually.
Yeah, leave the nest, leave the cage.
Going into Montclair, what would you say was the hardest aspects to adapt from going from a charter school to a state university?
Literally, you don't know anyone. And at least for me, that kind of freaked me out.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you go to a place for 4 years, sometimes longer if you started in the middle school,
Yeah.
like me. You go there for so long, and then suddenly you're dropped in an environment where it's like thousands and thousands of people, and you see new faces every day, and it makes almost building that sense of normality harder than it was in high school. You know, in Bergen there was kind of a comfort seeing the same faces every single day, and now it's like you're kind of just thrown into a pit. But I mean, that's just me. Some people like that.
Yeah.
A sense of like a new start, I guess.
Yeah.
Some people want to meet new people. Some people are more social than I am.
So, like, I'm guessing no clubs, no.
Yeah, no clubs.
Okay.
No clubs.
That's fun. It's not for everyone. Sometimes the college life, the one that's marketed to you, is not for everyone, and that's 100% fine.
But
As
I
long
mean,
as you're doing what you love.
Look, Montclair is a majority commuter school.
Yeah.
And not to say that commuters don't, you know, join clubs and stuff like that. But I feel like the college life is inherently different if you actually live there.
Yeah,
If you dorm there, it's
Definitely.
easier to make friends.
definitely. Definitely. 100%.
Hmm.
What was it? I remember. Did I just? Yeah, I did some stuff. I did some.
Oh, you did a bunch of stuff, didn't you?
I didn't do a bunch of stuff. I did stuff. Well, yeah, I did a bunch of stuff. You know.
Pedro's a very extroverted guy, if I do say so myself.
I'm a you know. Ooh.
He's very nice, though. He's very nice.
I ran for president. I don't. I think I still have my picture up. It's like my tux from like senior year. Not representative of how I look now, but I look very professional and clean and nice, and maybe that got me some votes. But it only got me a third place, so I guess it couldn't be that good of a picture, right?
Well, when did you do that again? When did you start running?
2019, 2020? No, 2020. It was,
Yeah, time.
Yeah.
Time was not in your favor. my
no,
friend.
time was not my favor. I remember I was very upset when I heard that they were going to cancel the whole election entirely. I was like, they're ruining my chance. This is rigged. It's a rigged election. They're rigging it.
Jesus, yeah.
Still think it's a bit rigged. I called them the COVID candidates. But yeah, my favorite moments in university was driving Daniel. And
Oh, yeah.
everywhere you didn't mention that, but it's okay. I'm here.
Well, actually, you reminded me of two things.
Mm-hmm.
Two things. One, that, which I'll get to in a second.
Yeah.
Two, another, at least for me and anybody who graduated 2020, the weird thing about college is that it was very, very lonely because you had to stay at your house for the first semester because everything was online. And I know, speaking for me and me alone, I hate online classes. I need to actually go there in person. If I don't go there in person, I don't retain anything. I just need that sense of normalcy. I don't know. I don't know what it is about online classes, but I just can't connect with them like I do actually going in there. And I think that kind of colored my perception of college early on. As it wasn't something that I really got into until I could actually go there,
Yeah.
which changed everything.
A very unique experience, and that's how you started out.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
Yeah. Same thing with some high schoolers who never got the experience of prom and things like that. But yeah.
Oh, another thing.
Yeah.
There was a solid semester when me and Pedro went to Montclair.
I would
at the
drive
same
him
time.
I was a chauffeur. I would drive him everywhere he
He was my
wanted
little
to.
chauffeur. He was my little buddy. Those are some fun times. That
I
particular semester was really fun.
during Hurricane Ida, and
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, is it? I think it's Hurricane Ida, I think, and it destroyed the basement walls of my house, and the state said that my house was unlivable, and then I groveled at Daniel's door. I knocked. I looked rather homeless and disheveled, and I said, "Daniel, please." I kneeled down and I begged on all fours and
I don't know about all that. I don't know
kissed
about
his
all
legs
that. I
and
don't know
I
about all that.
said, please let me in.
I
Please let
don't
me in. I
know
don't know
about
where to
all
go.
of that. I do not know
I don't know
about
where to
that.
go, and Daniel was so gracious. He looked at me.
Look, we went to the same school. It was the perfect time, perfect place. Pedro drove me around a lot. It was pretty cool.
Daniel looked down at me, and he said, "Don't worry, my child. Rise up." And I rose up, and he said, "You can come to my house." And I said, "Thank you so much. I'll drive you."
Five Guys was amazing.
Five Guys is good.
Eating at Five Guys after class became like a daily ritual for us.
Well, I think we only ate there once.
It
or
felt like a
twice.
daily ritual.
Oh, okay, like a daily. But we talked about it a lot.
So it was so good.
If I took you to Sushi Village, I took you to some chicken place I didn't like. I took you to a pizza place and you like ordered like some fancy truffles, and they weren't good.
Oh yeah, that was a burger place.
Yeah, burger place.
That was not good.
Can you name all the restaurants? There were a lot.
Oh god.
I got you McDonald's.
We talked about going to.
Yeah.
We talk about going to. God, what was that place in Patterson that we always talked about going to?
Checkers. We always
Yeah.
wanted to go to Checkers.
We always talked about going to Checkers
We
and
never
dine
did.
there
Yeah.
because it was in a really bad spot.
It was a very bad area in Patterson, and there are a lot of good areas in Patterson that I've been to.
Sure.
Just that particular area wasn't
But
good.
besides the point.
Yeah.
I really liked going to. Do you remember Steve's? He does not remember Steve's. Okay,
Steve's.
moving on.
Wait, no. I want to remember. Oh, Steve's Burger.
Yeah,
Yes, I got the mac and cheese and bacon burger, right?
yeah.
Is that what I got?
Yeah.
Because I forgot if I went there and they said that they were out. Nah. But yeah, ate there. What else? I can't remember. It was a lot, and it was fun times. I particularly, for context for me, Daniel's always been driven for the most part to Montclair and back. That was not my experience in college. I had to commute a lot, and that was a pain. And when I started driving Daniel around, I said that lovely RAV4. Rip in peace is no longer with us.
Rest in peace, yeah.
I love driving. There was one time where a rather large couple was yelling at us. Do you remember that? It looked very goofy when he stuck his entire body out of the car like a cartoon character. He thought I like passed like a red
Is that
sign.
at the campus?
That was right outside the campus, technically still the campus, but not really.
Yeah, I do remember.
It was like
that,
getting out, yeah. They're like, hey, and I was like, hey, I'm sorry, whatever. And then they continue yelling at me. I'm like, listen, we're in the street. I'm not gonna try to have a conversation with you, but have a good day. And yeah.
Yeah, we would get lost all the time.
It took a little bit. It's to get to. I'm not gonna expose your address here. We're not gonna dox you.
Please don't kill me.
But it's basically take Route 46 and then that's it. We're good.
Yeah.
But I would always forget where to exit, so it would take us a little bit. But I finally remembered. If it wasn't for me driving Daniel, I don't know if I would drive the same capacity as I could now.
Really improve the skills.
Improved my skills exponentially. Remember that Popeyes we went to before the storm?
Ooh,
Yeah.
we love Popeyes.
We love Popeyes.
We love Popeyes.
We love Popeyes.
Rest in peace to the Popeyes in Lodi.
And Route 46, it burned down
recently.
I can't go there. I wanted to go there. I'm like, damn, I can't.
Popeyes closest to the old house I used to live in, and it burned down in shambles. Nothing left. Ashes, dust.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. But it is coming back, I think, in the summer.
Okay, never mind.
Spring and summer, yeah. So not,
Never mind. Not a tragedy.
yeah. Just a setback. Like in college, sometimes you get the setbacks in life.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your hardest class? Like your class where it's like, man, I don't even know if I'm gonna pass.
Oh, I mean, for me, I really struggled in like a public speaking class, but that's just because I'm stupid.
Yeah.
And I really hate speaking in public. And then other than that, like an actual hard class, again, this was during freshman year, and again, I hated just going to online classes in general because
Yeah.
I just can't connect with them.
Yeah.
I think there was like an environmental class I took. It was asynchronous, and I didn't care
Yeah.
about anything.
I
in
did
that
really
class.
well in my environmental class, Earth and Science, right?
Look at this guy over here, so smart.
But I didn't.
You're stupid, man. You can't do
I
anything.
I never said that. I never
know.
said that.
Look at this. But nah, again, think about me. I'm kind of not a bad student, but like a bratty one. If I don't care about a specific subject, I just won't do good. Not a good mindset to have.
Not a good mindset to have in college.
You should try to care, really. It will help you in the long run.
Some people end up not caring, and it leads them to a bad place. Thankfully, it didn't lead you to a bad place.
Yep.
I think a hard class I took, it was like a computer science class. I did horrible because it was a 7 a.m. class. and I couldn't even get there on time. Most of the time, in my midterm, I only did one side, and it was a complete other side of the midterm that I didn't even know existed. My project that I did was like last minute, and I think this is like this is my first. This is 20 the spring of 2019. No, fall of 2019. Right before COVID. Not right before, but yeah.
Pause it for a second.
Huh?
Can you pause it for a second?
It was right before COVID, and I was like, man, I'm not gonna pass this. I'm 100%. I'm gonna get an F. It's gonna be my first F that I ever get in college, and I have to live with that. That's fine. Because I would always ask the guy, like, hey, be real with me. Am I gonna pass this class? He's like, I don't know. Maybe I'll fail you. Maybe I will. He's a real goof. He tried to make that class very fun. I feel bad for him. Yeah, he would try, but man, it's a 7 a.m. class and no one cares. I'm sorry.
7 a.m.?
It's 7 a.m.
I would do something bad to my body if I had to go to a class like that. I'll be honest with you, Pedro.
I'm a trooper. I heard he had good reviews. He's one of the only computer science guys that had like good reviews.
I think I had like an 8:15 class one time, and I wanted to die. So, like,
That's a luxury in comparison.
I know. Wow, 7 a.m.
Yeah, 7 a.m.
That could not be me.
7 a.m. at I can't.
Could not be me. Could not be me, ladies and gents, and they thems.
But no, yeah, I got a B minus. I should not have gotten that at all. I don't know if just like everyone did bad, so he just uplifted all of our grades to such a degree. I wonder who did fail that class, if anyone. The girl who would sit next to me, she was really cool. She did like karate or something. She would always watch videos of herself. I don't know if that's narcissistic, but sometimes she'd watch videos of herself. I'm like, damn, that's cool.
Was she like fighting people?
Sometimes it'd be like exhibits. Sometimes it'd be like some like weird performance, and I'm like, oh my god, she can kill me.
She could kill you.
She'd murder me. Oof. But no, yeah, that was definitely a tough class. Was there anything else? I thought my public speaking class was dumb, but I'm not gonna get into that. But
It was just horrible because it's like, I mean, you'd think it'd be easier if you do it over a computer, but it's actually not.
Is it? I thought it would. Yeah, I thought it would be easier.
It's just like you don't care even more. So it's just like, what's the point of coming? Plus, they're so long. They're so long.
Unnecessarily. They should. The fact it's a 3-credit class, right?
Yeah.
It should not be a 3-credit. That should be like 0 credits.
Should be like nothing. It shouldn't even be a class.
It shouldn't be. It's a requirement though. It's stupid.
Like why? Why?
What's that class where it's a requirement, but it's just like preparing you for college?
I don't remember what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
That is the stupidest class. But you know what? I found one of the greatest teachers in my field in political science or pre-law, if you ever want to do any of that. Ariel Alvarez. He was I don't think at the time I was like working at the Boys and Girls Club while like doing school, and I just could not care for that class. I just could not care for it. I think I would I don't even know if I did all the homework. I'll be honest with you. I didn't even do the final. I didn't even do the final.
I don't even remember how mine went.
I didn't do the final. I know we had a paper, and I was like, I'm not handing this in. I'm not handing this in. He wasn't even there for the final class.
For context, there's this class at Montclair that they make you take. I don't know if other colleges do this, but there's this class that they make you take where it's basically just a class about going to Montclair, and it's a class about how college works. And it feels like, really pointless.
Yeah, it's like, isn't that what the seminar is for? At the start, when you like, it was a seminar class. It was a seminar, something.
Sir,
They would insert your major into the class name seminar. God, yeah, that's awful. But I got an A minus. I should have failed technically, by the amount of assignments I handed in. But no, I got an A minus in that class because it was just like the worst thing in the world. But Ariel Alvarez is a really great teacher. I had him for other classes, And he was like, "Hey, you're doing better. You're trying." I'm like, "Yeah, because this is like a class I care about. This is the American government."